Hello? It's me. Hello? It's me.
just texted me she was sick.
Oh, okay. That's what happens.
here, sweetheart. Yeah. Okay, we can leave that up here. Okay, let me show you. Come here. So remember we use a different prayer book?
Yeah.
So we only are doing Romamu tonight because it's not. We don't do any Kabbalat Shabbat.
Yeah.
So you have the page. Okay, so it's 19 in your Siddur, page 18 in ours. I'm gonna say page 18. Don't get confused, and that'll help you welcome in Shabbat. Then the Baruch Hu, Shema
And it
Ve'Havta.
won't mess up this time.
Be fine. Shema Ve'Havta. And I'll do some things in between. Okay.
What's the same page?
Page 30. Yeah. Hashkivenu, page 33. Now that, before that, I'm going to have you speak.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Vishamra. Then Chatzi Kaddish, which comes right afterwards, right here. Then Oseh Sham after the Amidah. Okay. Then Aleinu. No, we're going to do Aleinu first.
Oh, then we go here in the middle of that.
Orange Kasha. And no, but we're going to do this.
In the sukkah.
In the Sukkah.
Wait, do I have to add
We're
anything?
gonna no here yes, Leishev Basuka. I'll do that with you.
Okay.
And then after, so we do this blessing of our children, and then we'll do Hamotzi together out there before dinner.
Okay.
Okay, I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
Okay,
Just leave this up here or something. I don't know.
what's that?
Should I leave this up here or should I bring that back?
Leave it here.
Okay.
Turn off your phone for Shabbat, or turn on after dinner, whatever, and what your protocol is. So try not to have it on when you want. Yeah, wherever you want.
Question: can people light candles after, or was this just that was it? Just like a quick announcement that then they want to light. Should I? Okay. Can I say that or? Fine. Everybody, just want a quick announcement. If you wanted to light candles, you can do so now. There's a place to do it out in the lobby. Okay, I'll go light my candles and I'll be right back.
They're just Roman and then straight to Bar, and then she's talking about Hashkivi. And then you're going to speak after. Beautiful.
We do our best. Not this. Is that inappropriate?
I'm not sure.
So if they are, when should we do it? Because we're not doing it.
We'll do it. Just do it before you talk.
Okay.
Just do it before you talk. Okay. All right. So let's get her up here. Let's start. Sadie, come into here. We're doing police.
Okay, so we're going to do
Roman. All the way through. All the way through, I'll do the full ones. She speaks before Hashem. Thank you. Okay, so you're all ready for
Hey everybody, how's it going? Shabbat Shalom. It's great to see you. Sadie, how you doing? You excited? I know I am. Do you know how we start tonight? With Romamu, very close. We start with the words of Shalom Alechem. Very good. So we start with the words of Shalom Alechem, our song in which we welcome angels to accompany us through our prayers, through our meals, through our coming together as a community, as a kehillah. The words of Shalom Alechem, page 4. Sadie leads us.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Barchuni.
Barchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Well, friends, typically what we would do on a Friday night is we would continue with our service called Kabbalat Shabbat, which is filled with psalms, it's filled with songs, with piyutim, it's filled with all kinds of different words of praise and joyousness and celebration. And because it's Sukkot, we don't do that. Because who needs double the celebration? Do you need double the celebration? I kind of do, to be fair. Which is why tonight is so special, because we're double celebrating Sukkot, Shabbat, and the bat mitzvah of our good friend Sadie. So what we do is we actually pass over, not to be confused with Sukkot, we pass over all of the Kabbalat Shabbat service and move directly to Mariv with the, what's that? Yeah, we are. So aside from just the one, which is Romamu, but aside from Romamu, then from there we'll move directly into the Baruch Hu. So before we move to there, Romamu, page 13.
Romamu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hishachavu lehar kodsho. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hishachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu.
Little bit faster now.
Romamu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hishachavu lehar kodsho. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hishachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu.
Which formally concludes our Kabbalat Shabbat. Beautifully done. We're going to continue page 28. We stand for the Baruch Hu, the announcement of our evening service. Again, page 28, the words of the Baruch Hu.
Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach mevorach leolam vaed. Ha-mevorach leolam vaed.
Please be seated.
ומעביר יום ומהביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל אחד וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרביעי.
Amen. Our prayer of eternal love, page 30, Ahavat Olam.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך ותורת. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגי יומם ולילה כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגי יומם ולילה כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגי יומם ולילה כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגי יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תשים ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Amen. Sadie leads us in the words of the Shema, page 31.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלבתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך ובחבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
We continue privately through page 34.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמן ומלכותו ורצון קיבלו עליהם משה מרים ובני ישראל לכן נשירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך האלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף למלכותך ראו בניך בוקר ים לפני משה ומרים זה אלי אנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Before our divine prayer for peace, Sadie will share a reflection with us, a kavanah, about this special tefillah, about this special prayer of ours.
Shabbat Shalom and Hag Sameach.
Shabbat Shalom.
Tonight, as this is not only Shabbat but also Sukkot, our holiday of peace, I would like to speak about the prayer Hashkivenu, which is our prayer for peace. When we recite the words of Hashkivenu, we thank Adonai for the peace and protection we are given in our times of need and also in our times of goodness. The text talks about a sukkah shalom, a sukkah of peace, which is why it relates to Sukkot, the holiday we are currently celebrating. On Sukkot, my family builds a sukkah every year, and we invite people into our temporary home to spend time, laugh, and eat great food together. Similar to the festival of Sukkot, Shabbat, every week is a time for peace and rest, when we make time to relax from the business of the week, creating special time at home with our families, which we don't usually have during the week. In the Hoshkivenu prayer, we thank God for giving us a place where we can be shielded from all the hate and cruelty in the world. The Hoshkivenu helps us mark Shabbat by bringing joy and peace into our hearts and letting us know we are safe from those bad things which try to enter our lives. Personally, I connect with this prayer in a few different ways. First, it reminds me of my home away from home, Machane Ramah in Ojai, California, a safe place where I can be myself around all my friends, my camp family. Next, I'm grateful for waking up every morning and having so many amazing friends and family who love me for who I am and bring out the very best Sadie I can be. This provides me with an additional sense of comfort and peace. Finally, I feel connected to the Hoshkivenu because of my connection with the state of Israel. I traveled to Israel 3 summers ago with my family, having the opportunity to travel through this amazing land. Israel helps me connect to this bracha by letting me know I have a place where I can feel protected and a homeland where I belong with my greater Jewish family. The bracha makes me feel happy because I hear the amazing melody we sing at both Machane Ramah and Congregation or Tzion. It makes both communities feel unified and happy because of the tune and the beautiful words of the song. So on this Shabbat of Sukkot, let's sing Hoshkivenu, hoping for a more peaceful world, a restful Shabbat, and a joyful Sukkot. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.
Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach.
Sadie, wonderful. Excellent. Hoshkivenu, right, Rabbi Crane?
That's right, page 38.
Hoshkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hoshkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha v'taknenu beitza tova milfanecha.
Hoshkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hoshkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzeiteinu, uvoeinu, lechaim u'shalom, me'ata ve'ad olam. Hoshkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hoshkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
Ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha, baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen.
We turn to page 40. Wow, that's a big pop. We turn to page 40, and we stand for Vishamru.
Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. B'nei uvein, B'nei Yisrael, oti leolam, oti leolam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vayom Hashvi'i Shavat Vayinafash Shavat Vayinafash Shavat Vayinafash Veshamru Bnei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot Et HaShabbat V'doretam Berit Olam Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'amad yivra kirtei ve'amlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayetecho beit Yisrael. Ba'gala ba'gala u'bizman kariv v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach. Le'olam olam me'omaya yitbarach. Yitbarach, v'shabach, v'yitbar, v'yitramon, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dukudesha.
Berichu.
Le'ela mincho birchata v'shirata.
Tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiram be'alma v'yimeru. Amen. We continue with our private Amidah. This is a moment for reflection. We begin our prayer on page 43 and continue privately through page 56. In the Hebrew, the English are as a moment for meditation. And if we are praying this prayer in the Hebrew or English, we'll be sure to include all those additions for Sukkot. Once you've completed your private Amidah, please be seated.
Oseh shalom bimrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Shabbat Shalom. One of the villages within Poland that was possibly most decimated by the Shoah, by the Holocaust, was a village called Frampol. And this place, which sits in the Lublin area of Poland, was right around 50% Jewish, and therefore 80% of that half of the population was lost to the Shoah. And yet, it's the setting for many of Isaac Bashevis Singer's stories. He's the Nobel Prize winning laureate. He's a brilliant, brilliant Yiddish writer. And again, this place that's filled with so much heartache and so much pain is the setting for so many of his beautiful stories. And I thought, Sadie, since we're going to be talking tomorrow about your twin, whom you're representing at your bat mitzvah, who unfortunately perished in the Shoah, that this would be a good connection, okay? Good. So this village had what most other villages had. It had a shoemaker, and it had a marketplace, and it had a rabbi, and it had a grocer, and it had really everything that a village ought to have. Also had a Beit Midrash, or a cheder. It also had a school for students, for younger students. And 3 children grew up in this town together, who their names were Moshe, Shlomo, and Esther. Now, Moshe is what we'll call him. Moshe and Esther were brother and sister. Moshe and his good friend Shlomo, the two of them went to cheder together. They went to this religious school together every single day. Now, it came to be the time of Sukkot. Sounds timely. And during the holiday of Sukkot, every year they would learn about this mystical story, which was that on Hoshana Rabbah, the very final day of Sukkot, that at night, in the middle of the night, the sky would open up, and if you could make a wish in that moment, then that wish would come true. But you had a minute. That's it. 60 seconds to be able to make your wish. And these kids grew up with this story year after year after year. And they used to joke around with each other, what would you wish for? And Shlomo said, well, I wish that I could be wise like my namesake, like King Solomon. I wish I could be as wise as King Solomon. And Moses said, well, I wish I could be as wise as my namesake. Yes, Moses, the biblical ancestor, but Moses Maimonides, Rambam, the great halachist, the great halachic ruler and brilliant theologian. That's who I want to be like, is like Rambam. And Esther said, I want to be like Queen Esther. I want to be like my namesake. I want to be proud. I want to be strong. And I want to help my people under any certain circumstance. They used to have this conversation every year. One year, they finally got up the courage to do it. This Hoshana Rabbah, we are going to stay up the entire night. And we're finally going to make those wishes. So they made their way out at nighttime. And they had all of these fears that they had grown up hearing. We like to call them Bubba Mices. They grew up with all of these folk tales and all of these warnings from their parents. Don't be up past 11 p.m. Don't do it. So they did everything they could that was precautionary. So the boys, they wore their tzitziot, they wore their fringes on their garments, those that we place on our prayer shawls. And for Esther, she wore an apron in the front and an apron in the back. Don't ask, I have no idea. But nevertheless, that's how you kept evil away at nighttime in the late hours of the evening. And so the two of them made their way past the synagogue. It was said that late at night, that if you were to pass by the synagogue too late, all of those who had lost their lives in the years past, that's when they got together for their minyan. And you better walk by quickly in case you're called up for an aliyah. So they run past the Beit Midrash, they run past their Beit Sefer, they make their way out into the middle of the fields, and they look up at the sky. It's late, they're tired, they're hungry. And first the first hour passes, and then the second, and then the third, and then the fourth, and nothing is happening. And then out of nowhere, lightning strikes, and the sky rips open, and there's angels, there's Kruvim, there's Seraphim, there's all the different types of the angels. There's that ladder that Jacob saw in his dream with the angels going up and down and up and down, and booming lightning and thunder and intensity and smoke and mist. And the kids are stunned by this. So they forget what their wishes were. Esther says, I'm so hungry, I wish I had a blintz. Boom, there's a blintz right in front of her. And her brother says, Esther, how could you be so foolish? I wish you were a blintz. Boom, Esther turns into a blintz. And now Moses, who is freaked out about this whole thing because secretly he's been in love with Esther their whole lives, says, I wish Esther was back to normal. She turns back to normal. Sky closes up. That's the end of it. And of course, they're saddened. They miss their one opportunity they've been talking about their entire childhood of being able to get the things that they had thirsted so much for. So they began to walk home. But the walk home was different. They felt like they were going uphill. And it was true, their feet were leading one after the other, and they felt like they weren't even controlling their own feet. And now they're up on a mountain, but their town of Fromple does not have mountains. So they make their way up higher and higher, and they're becoming more and more afraid until they encounter an old man. And the old man has the classic long white beard and a staff, and he's wearing a white sash, and he has a lantern with a candle in it. And he says, "Children, what are you doing here?" And Moses, he had to tell them the story. He took them through everything, their childhood, how much they'd wanted these wishes, and how saddened they were that they wasted them. And the man said, "Well, I am the night watchman. And I promise you that there's no such thing as a good wish that goes unanswered. And there's no such thing as a good wish that goes wasted. Where you went wrong is that you wasted your wishes. You wanted to become brilliant. Well, to have the wisdom of Solomon takes doing the work of Solomon, of learning each and every day that's how you get your miraculous becoming. That's the way that you do it. And for you, the way in which that you gain incredible insight into Jewish law and Jewish theology is by studying. And you, Esther, you are already brilliant and strong. And you don't need some sort of magical thunder to come down and show you that." And the kids all together closed their eyes, and when they opened them, they were back in that field. Years went by, and they never told anyone about this experience. But they took what the night watchman said to heart. Solomon, Shlomo, became one of the most learned human beings in the Polish Empire, and in fact, Shlomo went on to become the assistant to the king of Poland. He was known as Solomon the King. And then as for Moshe became known as Rambam Bizmanenu, Rambam of our time, the Maimonides of our time. And eventually, as their town rabbi retired, he took over. And as for Esther, she followed exactly what the night watchman said. She was beautiful inside and out, and brilliant and courageous, and stood up for all of those around her in need. So as all good stories go, Moshe, Esther, they get married to one another. Childhood sweethearts. Everyone comes from everywhere around the Polish Empire to come and celebrate with them. What a big, important family now. So everyone's dancing and singing at the party. And someone asks, "Has everyone had the opportunity to dance with the bride?" And the jester walks up and says, "The night watchman hasn't yet." That old man reappears. He walks straight up to the bride, and they dance with one another. The music, everyone's so baffled by this, stops playing. And all they can hear is crickets and the sound of that one candle that he carried all those years before. And after the dance, the night watchman went to Solomon and said, "You've worked hard for this," and handed him the staff. And he turned to Moshe and he said, "You've worked hard for this," and handed him the candle. And for Esther, he said, "You grew into this," and handed her the sash. And disappeared. It was from then on that when Solomon would encounter anyone that was a threat to their kingdom, he would take out the stick and it would resolve itself completely. And it was from that moment on that when Maimonides, when Rambam, when Moshe of his time, whenever he was completely perplexed by an issue, he would open up the ark door where he had hid that candle, and the answer would come right to him. And it was any time that the people of Poland were in danger that Esther would take off the sash, make her way to the people in charge, and be able to solve it. And what Moshe said from that moment on was that in which we seek doesn't rely on a wish. It doesn't rely on Kruvim or Srafim or on angels or mountains high. That what it is that we seek, it takes that hard work. And that's where the miracle lies. Shabbat Shalom. Friends, we turn to page 63. We rise for the Aleinu.
Amen. Aleinu leshabeach la'adon hakol, la'ateit gedula le'otzer breshit, shelo asanu kegarei haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Mochei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. We'd like to begin by extending our deepest and sincerest condolences to the family of Barbara Gluck, the wife of Arnold Gluck, mother of Carrie and Paul Ward, and Marcy and Craig Stewart, grandmother of Noah, Benjamin, Jack, and Aaron. We extend our condolences to them and share these words. May God bring them comfort as God comforts all the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. Together we say, Amen. This week we call to memory the cherished souls of Suzanne Quasman, Max Efron, Sylvia Carpin, Reuben Mitz, Reuben Payne, Ira Shapiro, Louis Pudnos, Sylvia Dworkin, Millie Kaufman, Russ Finkelstein, Donna Altstatter, Howard Eamon, Albert Rosenberg, Jacob Lefton, Arnold Oblonsky, Herbert Cohen, and Salvatore Carboni. We invite those who wish to stand in memory of a loved one to please rise. We turn to page 66 for Kaddish Tom, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. Be'alma divra kirute v'amlich malchute b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mivarach Leolam Olmei Olmaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'pa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudasha Barichu Le'ela Minkol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Da'amiran Be'alma V'imru. Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru. Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru. Amen. Please be seated. So now that we're joined by Penny Golub, our VP of Education, to share some Shabbat announcements with us and some presents for Sadie. Come on up, Sadie.
Okay. Come on. I got a present for you. Lots of them. Okay. Sadie, I have a little poem for you. Can you believe it? It's finally here. Your bat mitzvah weekend, and clearly you have no fear. You are all smiles and confident and seem to be at ease. No problem, Sadie. It'll be a breeze. You are poised and prepared and ready to go. If Minion was any indication, you'll put on quite a show. The Golubs, we are so lucky. We have known you since you were small. What a pleasure to see you standing here on the bima, so beautiful, so strong, and standing so tall. Our families have created many memories together, and this weekend we will share one more. You should be so proud of yourself. This is your moment. This is what all the hard work is for. You've got spunk, pizzazz, and a kind heart, to name a few. You love Disneyland, Camp Rama, singing, acting, and the color blue. This weekend is so special to those near and far as they watch you beam with pride, reading Torah like a superstar. Now it's the good stuff. Asher's going to help me. Okay, just take that out, and I'll tell as I go. You can take it out. We have lots of presents to give you tonight. We know you can't contain yourself and want to scream with delight. First, a wine cup from the men's club. What a special treat. I think it's that one. That one, Ash. Yeah. First, a wine cup from the men's club. What a special treat. Your very own special cup to say Kiddush. So very sweet. You are also given the opportunity to help fund a medical center in Israel. Such an amazing thing to do. Here's your certificate showing a donation was made in your name to the Jewish National Fund. Mazel tov to you. That's it. Okay. The Youth Department of Tzion is giving you a $10 USY card. Use it carefully and choose the perfect event to use it towards. I know it may be hard. Did you find it? Okay, to show her. And the Women's League presents you with the new tzedakah box, something to keep near. We know you'll use it for saving and then giving year after year. You've been given a B'nai Tzedek Youth Philanthropy Certificate with seed money in your name. Use this philanthropic fund as a way to give to organizations you are passionate about. It might just be your claim to fame. Thank you for all your hard work in making the world a better place, like your Yad Vashem Twinning Program Mitzvah project that you handled with such grace. Finally, a wonderful book from the Jewish Federation. It is called Israel Matters, and after you read it, you'll want to go to Israel for a vacation. Sadie, we are so proud of you and excited to celebrate your Bat Mitzvah weekend. Mazel tov.
Good.
Okay. There's not a sheet.
Just say service.
Oh, okay. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Mazel tov to the Freiberg family. Just a few things to note. Services tomorrow are at 9:30, followed by the Kiddush. And as we all know, Sadie Feinberg will become a bat mitzvah. And there's a lot of things on the yellow sheet if you want a long list of dates. But to name a few, Shmini Atzeret is on October 1st, 9:30 at Or Tzion. Yizkor is at 10:30. And Simchat Torah Fiesta, there's more. We have to look online. There's more. You can RSVP for the event. Does that sound good? Okay. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
So we're going to adjourn to the sukkah. Before we do, Sadie, one more gift from Camp Ramah. Your commitment to Jewish life, your love of Jewish learning are attested by the fact that you have attended Ramah in California. Your Ramah family wishes to join in recognizing this important achievement in your life by presenting you with a personal copy of the prayer book that you use every day at camp. And there is a signed inscription inside. You'll open it and you'll see. May it guide the words of your mouth, the thoughts of your heart, so that you may grow to become a knowledgeable, committed Jew. Joy to your family and community. Bring it with you to camp. Use it over the summers. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Let's go to the Sukkah. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bim, bitty 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 bim. Bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.
Tropical.